friends, my name is Mani and welcome with RK Overseas Education. Let's learn active passive in this video. It's very easy and we have to understand that how we can use and frame up the sentences keeping a different vision of mind. So this video, as I've been telling in my all the videos, we have lots of examples and that is the reason why we are creating these videos. And still, if you have any doubt related to the language, you're most welcome to contact us, write us, call us. And most importantly, we do not provide the classes in a group, we provide individual classes, considering that your 99% paper will be cleared if you have 95% attendance. Thank you.
Active, passive. So in German also, and in all the languages actually, you must have learned in English also, we have active sentences and we have passive sentences as well. So first of all, before learning what are these sentences, we have to know what is an active voice and what is a passive voice.
So for an example, the man plays football. So what is passive in this?
So, in a sentence where I'm mentioning the doer, okay, when an action has been done and we are focusing on the doer, the person who's doing the work, that sentence is called an active sentence. So, here we have mentioned the man plays the football. So, this sentence answers the question of who is doing the work.
Yeah, so let's take another example. Football is played by the man.
So in this sentence, we are focusing on the action that has been done. So in a sentence where action matters most, action matters more than the doer itself. It doesn't matter who the person is doing, what the person is doing is more important. So those sentences are called passive voice.
Okay, so passive voice is used in German when action matters the most, even more than the doer or when the doer is unknown.
And there are also cases where we do not know the doer. For example, if we say there has been a robbery in the bank. So in this sentence, who has robbed the bank? We do not know that, but there has been a robbery. So when the work is being done and we do not know the doer, in that case also we use passive voice. And while forming the sentences, while forming passive sentences, we have a choice of mentioning the doer. So there's always a choice. You can mention the doer by using the preposition von with a dative noun. So von is a dative preposition, so it will always take dative noun. And then again, in passive voice, the most important thing is that a helping verb werden is used. So before using the helping verb werden, we have to know the conjugation of the verb. So here we have given the conjugation of the verbs in present and past tense and in perfect tense as well. So ich werde. In present tense we say ich werde.
Ich werde.
Dann du wirst.
Du wirst.
Or sie wird.
Sie wird.
Wir werden.
Wir werden.
Ihr werdet.
Ihr werdet.
And sie werden.
Sie werden.
Now this capital Z is for formal U and informal U, as you must have already learned in all our A1 videos. So let's move to the past tense now. Ich wurde.
Ich wurde.
Du wurdest.
Du wurdest.
Sie wurde.
Sie wurde.
Wir wurden.
Wir wurden.
Ihr wurdet.
Ihr wurdet.
Sie wurden.
Sie wurden.
And when we have to change this werden into perfect form, it will be worden in all the cases because we only have one perfect form. So in this case, you must have also learned that werden in perfect form also becomes geworden sometimes. But that perfect form, that means the geworden, is only used when we are using werden as a full verb, not as a helping verb. But in passive sentences, we only use werden as a helping verb. So geworden is used when we are talking about future tense, or when we are talking about sentence in which the werden is a full verb. Okay. Now here we have the table that represents the structure of a passive sentence. So passive sentences can be made in different tenses. We have mentioned here all the tenses. So when we have to make a passive sentence in present tense, there we have to conjugate the helping verb werden in the second position, and it will be at the second position. And the perfect form, so if we are using werden as a helping verb at the second position, which usually is the regular verb, so the regular verb goes at the last position and it is converted into perfect form. So in present tense, werden at second position and perfect form at the last position. Similarly, when we talk about past tense, we have to conjugate the helping verb wurden, and the same, perfect form will be at the last position only. Then we have to form a sentence in future tense. Since we also use werden as a helping verb in future, and it is also used in passive voice. So here, if you see, you can see there are two werdens. One of them is at the second position, which is for passive voice, and one of them is at the last position. So in this case, perfect form comes at second last position and werden goes at the last position. So here we have two werden. One has been conjugated at the second position, whereas the werden at the last position is in infinitive form. So this will always be the structure. You have to just mug up this table.
Yeah.
So now we'll talk about present perfect form. So in present perfect form, we use the conjugation of sein at the second position. Sein will be used as a helping verb, and werden is converted into perfect form and it goes at the last position again. And the regular verb, which was in perfect form, it stays at the second last position. Same goes with the past perfect tense. Here, sein will be converted into past. So we'll conjugate war or waren, and worden will be at the last position, and the regular verb will be in perfect form at the second last position. So if you learn this table, you will have no problems with ever. Like in passive voice, you can easily make sentences in passive voice. So we'll see some examples here. Beispiele. Presence. Present tense. Das Essen wird gekocht.
The food is being cooked.
So here you can see at the second position, we have conjugated the helping verb werden, and at the last position, the regular verb is in perfect form. Okay, the second type, Präteritum, past tense. Das Essen wurde gekocht.
The food was cooked.
So here you can see werden has been converted into past tense. So we have conjugated the verb wurden at the second position, and the regular verb is at the last position in perfect form. Now in the third type, Futur 1,
Future tense.
future tense. Das Essen wird gekocht werden.
The food will be cooked.
So you can see there are two werden here. One of them is for passive voice at the second position, which has been conjugated. And one werden is at the last position, which is in infinitive form. And the regular verb is at second last position in perfect form. Das Essen ist gekocht worden.
The food has been cooked.
So the conjugation of sein is at the second position again, and werden is at the last position, but in perfect form this time. So we are writing worden instead of werden. And kochen is at the second last position in perfect form, which is gekocht. Now, Plusquamperfekt.
Past perfect.
Das Essen war gekocht worden.
The food had been cooked.
So again, we have the conjugation of war at the second position, worden at the last position, and gekocht, regular verb in perfect form, at second last position. So you can always make sentences with other verbs as well. Whenever you have to use passive sentence, you will have to use the same structure. Only the verbs will change, but everything remains same. Now we'll learn how to mention the doer, or which is called Täter in German. So it's always your choice. As we have mentioned in the beginning of this video, that we can always mention the doer, it is our choice. So if you wish to mention the doer, you will have to use the preposition von, plus you'll have to use a dative noun. So das Essen wird von der Mutter gekocht.
The food is cooked by the mother.
So whichever the doer is, it will take the preposition von with it, and it will be converted into dative.